Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. We're about to do 6 most disturbing things caught on police dashcam footage, volume 2 by Chilling Scares. I like what I saw in the last video, so I'm gonna watch another video and we're gonna see what's going on with these dashcam footages. Let's go.
This is the dashcam footage of rookie Delaware State Police Trooper Hassan Hollis. Hassan was stationed on a highway on-ramp right next to a stalled vehicle waiting for a tow truck to arrive when he spotted a red Buick Regal. Only minutes before, a radio call had gone out for all officers in the area to be on the lookout for a vehicle that matched that very description, as it was linked to a possible kidnapping.
Oh boy.
Hassan quickly ditched the stalled vehicle and began chasing it down the highway. After a few moments, he caught up to it and got right behind it. The license plate matched up. Hassan then radioed for backup and began pulling the vehicle over using extreme caution. Inside the vehicle was 35-year-old Lewis Coleman. When asked if anyone else was in the vehicle, Lewis would explain how someone was in the trunk. Upon opening the trunk, police would find the remains of Jassy Correia inside of a suitcase. A suitcase which Lewis was later found to have purchased only a couple days earlier at a nearby Walmart.
Damn.
Along with this, he also purchased other items, such as duct tape, surgical gloves, and safety goggles.
Yo, what the... That ain't suspicious? I would have been like, what the heck? Or
the unfortunate events were believed to have started at a nightclub hundreds of miles away where Jassy Correia was last seen. It's thought that this is where Lewis had lured her inside of his car. Upon being arrested, Lewis Coleman would plead not guilty, but considering the mass amount of evidence against him, he would later be found otherwise by a federal jury.
they still pleaded not guilty.
Lewis is still waiting for his sentencing.
These people, boy. That's crazy.
It's November 19, 2017 in Clearwater, Florida. 2 police cruisers, both with their own dash cams, were responding to a traffic stop on North Keene Road. Just 2 minutes after they arrived, a small plane hovering in the air slowly comes into view. But it quickly becomes clear that it's descending and heading straight at them.
Boy, got some emergency landing action. Oh, dang. Emergency crash landing action.
The plane's right wing clips a tree while descending, causing the aircraft to spin out and forcing it to the side of the road. Just minutes earlier, the 4-seater plane had taken off from a nearby airport. Flying it was 61-year-old Mark Allen Benedict, accompanied by 1 other passenger. Shortly into the flight, their engine started failing. Mark reported this back to the airport and further explained to them that he didn't think he could make it back. Mark didn't have many options, as the state of the one engine he had was only continuing to worsen. This is what forced him to crash land on the road, a road which just so happened to already have police present. Despite the terrible nature of the crash, Mark and the other passenger on board were able to walk away from the wreckage with minimal injuries.
Good for them.
No one on the ground was injured.
As soon as it lunges, engine failure? That's crazy.
This footage was taken from the dashcam of Arkansas Police Corporal Randy McAdams around 3 a.m. on October 15th, 2005. Randy had been informed of some type of crash at Hobo Jungle Park and was in the process of responding to the incident. On his way to the crash site, he would notice a thick layer of what looked like fog directly in front of him. This prompted Randy to stay put. Shortly after, his dashcam would capture this.
I've got some kind of chemical smell. It's slowly drifted farther south.
You smell something? That's crazy. Oh, that's what that sound was.
Damn, bro.
I thought that was the wind, but it was too loud. I was like, whoa.
204 Central, we just had a huge explosion. We've got massive fire out here on Dudley here at the rental yard. All kinds of stuff on fire.
It's to the right.
Just lost power down
Yes,
here.
that's what that bright light is.
209, you might want to back your
Oh.
unit up.
Yeah. Dang. Yo, that's crazy.
Get your ass out of my road. Get the hell up out of here.
Yeah. Everybody need to go back the other way. Dude, look how big that fire
Randy desperately
is.
backs away from the explosion and is able to make it out of its range. It turns out the crash he was responding to was a train crash at a nearby railroad yard. The collision resulted in the puncture of a tanker carrying propylene, a compressed flammable gas. This is the fog Randy had originally seen when responding to the incident. At that point, the gas wasn't yet on fire. It wasn't until it reached a nearby house that it was set ablaze. It's believed that the house's water heater is what was responsible. This is what then caused the extreme explosion seen in the dashcam footage. Had Randy entered the fog, he and his patrol vehicle likely would have been incinerated. But amazingly, all police officers and even rail yard employees were out of the explosion's range when it occurred.
Oh, that's
In fact,
good.
around 3,000 residents within a 1-mile radius were advised to evacuate immediately. Unfortunately though, the house that had started the explosion had a single occupant, which would be the only person killed in the incident. This tragedy
Damn,
brought a lot of
that
light to the
sucks.
shortcomings in communication methods between the police, the fire
RIP.
department, and those working the rail yard tower. For example, initial observations of a vapor cloud and chemical odor were not even passed down to responding dispatchers. In response to this, the city has since modified some of their communication protocols.
Railroad explosion. That's
This footage
crazy.
was taken on February 18th, 2022 in Shawnee, Wisconsin. The dashcam is in the cruiser of Officer Jeff Buettner. Jeff was patrolling the highway when suddenly this happened.
Two cars on the side and oh boy. Yep. All up. Yeah, that's a big pile up too. Oh, everybody's still crashing, yeah. Because they can't see. They can't see until they get up there and they like, oh.
A pileup of cars comes into view, but same as everyone else, the icy conditions didn't allow enough time for Jeff to slow down, forcing him to crash. Before he had time to get out, cars from behind him would begin to slam into his police cruiser. Jeff was now trapped inside of his vehicle, but still, at least for the most part, unhurt. Not long passes when a few other people involved in the crash go up to check up on Jeff.
Hey, officer, are you okay? A little sore, but... I'm a little sore, but I gotta try and get a hold of my supervisor at least. Kinda trapped right now. How's your legs and everything? They're alright. I'm kinda trapped right here. Okay, yeah. I don't... Okay, so I'm with Shawnee PD. I gotta I'll try and get out of here and do what I can to help you guys. I'm sorry, man. I'm trapped right now. That's okay. Hold on. Let me try and get out of my driver's door first. Can you? Can you? Nope. Nope. We got it open. You got it open?
6 minutes would pass until Jeff was able to free himself. From there, he immediately joined in helping other stranded drivers. A total of 39 vehicles were involved in the pileup, resulting in 10 people being injured.
That sucks. All
In
up.
January
Snow.
of 2016,
Be careful
police of
driving.
Lincoln County would release this dashcam video. Driving the cruiser is Deputy Jeremy Gatney, who was on a routine patrol in the area at the time. As he nears an intersection, Jeremy notices an obstruction in the roadway. That's when he realizes it was moving and coming towards him. He slows down and turns on his lights as he gets closer, before realizing what he was actually looking at.
Is that a kid? That's a kid, bro. What the hell? I was gonna say I would have been out the car already.
An
Holy
infant
crap.
child running in the middle of the road right up to Jeremy's front bumper. Jeremy picks him up and asks him where his parents were, and shortly after they would be located. They were found frantically searching for their child. It was later discovered that the child had unknowingly slipped out of the family's house through an open door, and it wouldn't be until minutes later before the parents realized that their child was missing. The incident was investigated thoroughly on the basis of child neglect, but it was ultimately determined to just be an accident. Therefore, no criminal charges were brought to
That's what I'm
anyone
saying.
involved.
Hopefully they didn't get that child neglect. That would suck. Just
On the morning of February
things happen
24th,
sometimes.
2015, police would receive multiple calls from a neighborhood in New Jersey reporting a strong smell of gas in the air. Police, firefighters, and utility workers would respond to the calls. They suspected a gas leak and were quickly trying to locate where it was coming from. Meanwhile, 75 different homes in the nearby area were evacuated. Then, caught on one of the responding police cruiser's dash cams, a sudden explosion.
Oh, dude. Did you see that shockwave? Holy crap. That had to be intense being there. Yeah. These footages are crazy.
The explosion sent debris from the house flying out in every direction throughout the neighborhood. The home was blown clear from its base, though it was under renovation at the time and therefore empty of people. However, 15 people would still be injured from the blast, most of which being firefighters and utility workers. Some even being critically injured and having to be airlifted to nearby emergency rooms.
I would
It's
think
believed
so.
The explosion was caused by a 2-inch gas main that broke, but how it broke in the first place, or what ignited the blast, is still unclear.
That's crazy, bro. That's very crazy. That shockwave crazy, bro. That's it. That's the end of the video. Wow. This is very good for educational purpose. Bro, it teaches you a lot. I'm telling you. Dude, okay. Be more careful on the roads. Follow these cop signals, you know. Gosh, the cops, I'm telling you, the cops have a way harder job than it look like. Way harder job. Thank you guys for watching. I'm out. Chilling Scares. This is with the video.